Raindrop, drip, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that.
Hello everyone, my name is Tiffany and welcome to my channel Foxey Sunrise. Today's pick a card reading is going to be about our addictions. So I have 3 groups here today. All the timestamps will be down in the description box below, as well as any other information about me and the reading. Pick as many groups as you're drawn to. Trust your intuition to tell you whether this resonates or not, to remain empowered throughout the reading. So I have group 1, resistance in reverse. Group 2, patience. In group 3, the masculine. Alright, like I said, timestamps will be down below in the description box. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for more self-help or self-development type readings. Alright, let's get started. Okay, group 1, resistance. I'm hearing an addiction to struggle or an addiction to being the victim or the martyr. It's either a denial or a sort of delusion or lack of awareness of how you are being resistant to a situation, or how you are hanging on to control of the situation. This blocks the natural ease of flow and magic that can exist in your life and the magic that you hold in your life. It comes from the flow, not the hanging on and the latching on. Let's see. Eight of Cups in reverse and Strength. So there may be confusion with this group of what strength actually is. There's a belief that not walking away from a situation that isn't serving you, or not walking away from something, is a sign of strength, and walking away from it is giving up in a sense, or showing a sign of weakness, like you can't handle something. You could be just stubborn and you may be a fixed sign, which are the signs that are more, what's the word I want to say? It's more of a default for them to be fixated and hard to move, or they're not as adaptable as the other astrology signs, is what I'm wanting to say. So you may have a stubborn energy. You may be loyal to a fault. So the fixed signs are Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius. And this may just be the energy that is in your chart. If you are unfamiliar with your birth chart and you know what time you were born, there is a link down below in the description box for you to check out your birth chart if you're interested in that. But you don't have to be any of those signs that I mentioned, but there is this stubbornness and loyalty to a fault and this like hanging on sensation, this tight grip on things that almost like a hoarding things. There's a need to maybe even emotionally look through, take an inventory of things that you may still be holding on to, and they may also have this effect on your heart. And there's a strength here that is seen in the Strength card, a strength and vulnerability, a strength in the feminine side of your energy. So when we talk about feminine energy, we're talking about not gender specific, but the energy of release, the energy of receptivity, the energy of letting go, of being in flow, and also at the same time connected. And trust and faith, I would say, are feminine principles. There's more of an ease. It's like a salmon going against the current versus going with the current. Are you moving against the current of life, or are you moving with the current of life? And this could just be an old foundation that you're standing on, this sort of innate feeling that struggle and resistance, that things being hard is natural, that things should always be hard and you're strong because you're sticking with it, versus seeing a new way, a new perspective of strength in releasing it and fully letting something go. Be your best self in reverse. So, because of this addiction to struggle, this is holding you back from an inner harmony. I want to mention mermaids and seahorses and whales as animal medicine to look into online. Animal medicine or a spirit guide, an animal guide. So there may be a message for you about that the seahorse has for you, or the whales, or you may be really connected with mermaids. But this addiction needs to be released for you to be able to align with the self that you're meant to be. And there may be some inner chaos or doubt. And most of that may be due to the fact that you're hanging on to a lot of different things that's making your internal landscape really cluttered. And you may even be cluttered externally. Maybe you're a messy person. Maybe you are somebody who does hoard hoard emotions, hoard physical things. But your best self is in hiding. It's underneath all of the things that you're hanging on to, all of the things that you're submerged in that need to be looked at and let go of. And that's strength. That takes strength. It's a really pretty card. Yeah, she looks free. It's time to free yourself. There's also a crystal that just came to mind as I'm looking at this. It starts with the letter A. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a crystal that helps with transitions and changes. So if I remember what it is, I will insert that in the description box as well as on the screen somewhere for you to look into if you're interested in crystals. But it's time for a change. It's time to shed. It's time to donate some things, to give them back to whoever gave them to you. Figuratively and literally. Queen of my world. We have two 24s here. We have 2 8s, a 7, and 2 6s. Let's see. Oh, I opened right to the page. That's funny. I set limits to my world. Inside I am a queen, and outside is lost. Wow. Wow. All this crap is making it hard for you to see who you actually are. It's fogging your true vision. It's fogging your clarity. I am my world, and my world is me. I am royalty. So what are you noticing in your life right now that all of this could be affecting? I feel like I didn't verbalize that the way that I wanted. Wow, okay. There is a space out and a space in. There is my realm and what is mine, and there are other places. I will not care if my world is made of thorn and ice, and if it's carved by my blood. My world is my world. I rule. I decide his borders, and I am law. I am princess. I am the blood in the veins of its heart. I am the warrior and the bride. I am alone, and I am the first among many. Be fearful of my world, because it's paved of my hopes and dreams. And you have no power there. I am greater than the stars and more beautiful than the moon. Wow. These 8s, the 8s here, the symbolism of the 8 and the strength card, it's time to take your power back. It's time to take your power back in the purest form, not through resistance, not through hanging on to things and thinking that's strong, but through speaking up, through walking away because you deserve better, because you are this queen, and because ultimately you're in control of the world. You are the sculptor of your reality. You are in charge. So fix it if it needs fixing, and release the addiction to struggle. The Queen, debatably, the Queen doesn't struggle. She's not here to struggle. She discerns and she tells people what she wants, what she needs, what her desires are. She's empowered, so it's time to be empowered. All right, group 1, that is your reading. Comment down below, let me know what stuck out for you. Like, share, and subscribe for more uplifting, self-empowering readings. And I will see y'all again soon. Love you. Welcome, pile 2. If you chose patience, this is your reading. What is your addiction? Waiting around, waiting too long. Frozen, hesitation. I'm hearing it's time to move. Excuses to wait. You're addicted to making excuses to wait. Any time is never a good time, is what I'm hearing. There's always a reason not to. Procrastination. You're addicted to procrastinating? Let's see. Ace of Swords. Star in reverse. Interesting. Okay, wow. I'm hearing you have these ideas, these fresh new ideas that you're being gifted. These divine ideas are divine. You have all these ideas, but you're not seeing your worth. So you don't really see the worth in the ideas. You're not seeing your talent, your gifts, your abilities. Yeah, you're procrastinating because of your fear of not being good enough. For whatever reason, you're afraid of being judged or being in the spotlight. And this image is making me think like you're patiently waiting around it's all I'm laughing. It's like you're in your head like, what do I do now? And you're given all these ideas, and this portal is open for you to walk through this new world. Almost as if you asked for it. Almost as if you magnetize this new realm to you. And these ideas that you're being given are coming from this realm. But you're frozen. You're just frozen. Just do it. You can't just wait there forever. What if the portal closes? What if this just closes up and then you're just like, damn it, I should have just... It's like these ideas are time sensitive. I mean, there is no time, and there's always another opportunity to do it. But when you get the idea, at least write it down. And if you keep having that idea, maybe it's time to kind of put it together and just see how it comes out. You don't have to show anyone exactly, unless, again, after you create it, you feel moved to take that next step and kind of show it to the world. But these portals aren't open forever, in a sense. A new one will open, but when you get these ideas, it's a call to action I'm hearing when you get these ideas, whether it's to go somewhere or do something. There's a reason for it. You could be some kind of really talented writer or speaker. Maybe you speak life into people. When you speak, it gives other people inspiration. You're like a role model to people. You inspire them with your star power. But they'll never know if you don't walk through that portal. I just keep getting like, walk through, walk forward, move forward. There's no reason, like, stop procrastinating. I know you're afraid, but I mean, start small, but just I'm hearing you're addicted to feeding your fear. So the more you procrastinate, the more you feed that fear monster. So you need to just keep showing up for yourself and creating whatever it is. I keep using the word create. I guess in a way, debatably, everything is kind of a creation of some sort. But you're getting a lot of ideas. And eventually you'll be able to it's either you can't see your innate genius, creative genius or talent, or it's like, and I guess this is kind of one and the same, or you're hiding, you're in hiding, because the procrastination is keeping you in hiding in this like cave. Imagine if the sun or the star just stayed in a cave and just never rose, we never saw it. That would really suck. It would be a shame. It would be a shame. It would just be a shame. Adventure in reverse. Yeah. Yeah, just, I'm being brought back to this picture. It just looks kind of dried up and boring where she is. But if she came out of that cave, who knows what she would see, how vast and expansive it would be, what you would learn, who you would meet, how you would grow and blossom. I don't know what you're procrastinating on, what you're waiting around for, but just start. Just start. Sacrifice in reverse. Let's see. Even if I have to break apart, as long as it serves a purpose. I have accepted my duty, and in my release I found freedom. Wow, okay. It's time. Even if I have to break apart, as long as it serves a purpose. You may be trying to find your purpose, and it's being given to you, and little, it's like sprinkles and breadcrumbs being left for you to lead you there. And you're like, where is it? Where is it? It's right here. You're procrastinating on it. That's why you feel lost or stuck or stagnant. Once you accept this duty, like it says here, once you accept the task, and just release to the journey, then you'll feel free. You won't feel stagnant. You won't feel confused and stuck and fogged up by your doubt. You'll be able to see the talent, your gifts. You'll be able to see the purpose of this. But you have to stop just sitting on these golden eggs and crack them open and use them and fry and make an omelet. Make the best golden egg omelet. You have so many golden eggs. I feel like I'm just getting the image of just like you're just sitting on gold and you're like hoarding. It's selfish. You're hoarding your talent. It's meant to be shared. It's meant to bless other people, and you will be blessed in return. Stop being selfish. It's an indirect selfishness. If you have a gift, it's a gift. It's called a gift for a reason. Okay. Tough love. It's tough love. Okay, there is a strong... Let me hold the card up. I'm going to hold it up upright, but it was in reverse. Okay. There is a strong power, and 7 is the number of magic, so... okay, well, I'll touch on that later. There is a strong power in sacrifice. Our hopes, our fears, they are all chains to a small world. A small world. This world that you're standing in is small, but the portal that you're being asked to walk through is bigger than the world you are keeping yourself in by procrastinating, by just sitting on these golden eggs. Our sense of self is a small, petty creature of uncertain resolve and shaky horizons. With sacrifice, we renounce our sense of self. We accept to be lost. Oof, okay. Okay. I'm going to bookmark what I just thought. We accept to be shaken and cut and bruised and hurt and burdened and locked and stricken and despised and gossiped and betrayed and be misunderstood and be left alone to rot, to die, with just words of thanks while the world goes on over our broken dreams. But when we drown our sense of self to sacrifice, we are also a greater person. But when we drown our sense of self to sacrifice, we are also a greater person. We are screaming, I exist. I make the difference. I don't think this isn't, it's fine. The message is more important than the card, really. We are screaming, I exist. I make the difference. We accepted a price to pay, and we used our own blood and tears as currency. That gives us the right to stand tall. So you're either sacrificing yourself to not be seen and staying in this small world and not walking through this portal. It's like, oh, Harry Potter missed his train because he was late to 9 3/4. He's gonna have to wait for another one. When is that? But who knows when the next train will be? Or you're gonna make the sacrifice and jump off the cliff and make yourself some golden egg omelets. I don't know why I keep going back to eggs, but it's just, either way is a sacrifice, but which sacrifice will be worth it? The one in which you show your gifts, the one in which you learn, the one in which you have this adventure, the one in which you learn, the one in which you have all of these things unfold in front of you? Or are you just going to stay here, procrastinating and procrastinating, just waiting around for a good time to do something? If time doesn't exist, the time is now. It's always right here, right now. Okay. I can't wait to see what you come up with, Group 2. Let me know what you think down below. Comment, of course, if something has come up, if you had any discoveries. Comment, like, share, and subscribe for more uplifting and empowering readings with me. And I will see y'all again soon. Love you. Let me take a sip of water. Hello, Group 3. And welcome to your reading, if you chose the masculine. This is your reading. So when the card originally came out, I got one thing, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm getting another possibility. So there could be an addiction here to the other. There may be a codependency with this group, or an addiction to pushing and chasing, to being the one who goes first, and maybe I'm almost feeling this like soreness in the body, like you're just pushing too hard instead of just chilling and receiving. I'm just noticing the kids in the background here. They're holding hands, but there's one in particular who has the star coming kind of placed on top of her head, while this other person here that she's holding hands with is in the darkness. So for the ones who may resonate with codependency, I don't know if you may be this light being that draws in dark or toxic masculine beings, like toxic masculinity or shadowy masculine figures. But it's like your perception of them is so skewed that you almost worship them. You see their soul, but you don't see their shadow. You don't see them for what they are. You're used to guiding others. Excuse me, you're used to guiding other people. Let's see. Five of Swords and Temperance in reverse. So There's like a chaos in the environment. And a disharmony in the environment. It's like, so I'm seeing now the masculine as just an illuminated being. But your addiction, okay. You have, okay, here we go. You have this savior complex. This group has a savior complex. You're addicted to, and this sort of can be controlling also, which is leaning towards the toxic masculinity. You're addicted to people in the shadows. You're addicted to people who kind of cause chaos. You're addicted to fixing other people because you have all these blessings. I'm sensing you're pretty blessed. You're very radiant and intelligent with this star here that I mentioned earlier. And you have a clarity, but when you allow these people into your life, when you feel responsible for other people, it's almost like you have a guilt of being a somewhat balanced and blessed person. And so then you go and feel responsible for people who aren't. But then it just causes this sort of like tense separating effect. It doesn't work out. And you end up by yourself anyways. Like these people just go and do their own thing, and you're kind of left with your swords after whatever battle happened from you trying to help someone that didn't ask for it or isn't really taking your advice, and you're left with your good advice, which is these swords with your tools. You're like, I'm here to save you. And they're like, we aren't trying to be saved. We don't want any of that. And so then you're just like, damn, okay, well, I'm gonna just collect my brilliance and go try and help someone else. But while doing that, you're just kind of clouded, and it kind of takes you off of your natural energetic vibration and throws you off because of these other people who are in their shadow. And you're meant to be and stay and remain illuminated. And that's how you sort of bless people. Okay, so I'm seeing here this little fairy who's making snow. She's blessing the town, but from a distance. You see, she's like above the town. This is you. You're kind of at an objective space, and that's how you help and serve other people, from this sort of like distance. You're not supposed to be in the trenches with these people, trying to help them, getting dirty with them in their murky water. No. You're here and you're being this very light, illuminated, shining being with your wings. You may be you may feel resonant with the term earth angel or light worker or healer or empath, but she's pretty much protected because she's away from humanity and society in a sense. Starseed is coming up too. I was gonna name some, but it doesn't matter. So, yeah, you're supposed to remain in balance with the spiritual and the earthly realm, and bless people with your just beautiful radiance from a further away distance. So you're not like in it, you're not engaged, but people can, if they looked up, people can see you and what you're doing and how you're helping people with your overflowing infinite blessings, but you're not down there with them. So, and you don't get hurt either. You don't get hurt. You're not like being affected by these other people and what they have going on. Fated to suffer. Interesting. Let's see. Feeling confined into a script forced by other and never really fought. Heading toward a destination of pain, stage depression. Wow. If you know the future, you forsake your choices. Only with no fate, life is free to unfold into unknown shores. Interesting. This just makes me think that you, by you stepping in, I just saw 11:11 on the time. By you stepping in to help other people, it takes their choices away. And you suffer because of it. And they also suffer because of it. Okay, let's see. This is kind of a long one. Once upon a time, we believed in fairy tales. They were the voice of common sense, the educational tool which prepared us to duty, danger, and morals. Some things we would never accept if they were told by a single voice. So the world arranges us to hear them with 1,000 voices, 1,000,000 voices. It's about what you can do and what you can't do. What are you worth? What can you aspire to? It's about what you like, what you want, what you hold dear. It creates a script which becomes as strong as all the voices that believe that script combined. So much that you cannot see another path. So this just makes me think that you've written yourself into the role or the character of the savior, the healer. And by continuing that script, perpetuating that, other people can sense that in your energy. It's like something that's wet and dries and hardens becomes like, it's not permanent, but because of this continual belief that you're here to save someone from their suffering and sacrificing yourself to suffer. I'm getting Pisces energy really, really strongly here. To suffer as a result. You start to believe it, and other people start to sense it and believe that too. Are you truly seeing Snow White in the card? Is this story truly the only one that this image can tell? What if the apple is not poison? What if the witch is not evil? Is that the same at what you look like? Is that the same at what you look in your life? Is it truly what you think it is? Are there not any other options? Is the opinions of others honestly better than ours, even if they are many and we are only one? Are you fated to suffer? It is not that there is no suffering in the world. The point is that there is no fate. So, with this, I'm looking at these people that you feel need to be saved in a different light. So if you feel sorry for people, why is that? Feeling sorry for someone you may not know, feeling sorry for someone you just met because of the stories that they're giving you. Clearly, before you jump into some kind of relationship or situation where you're again putting yourself into this role of saving someone, and it's almost, I said codependency earlier, it's almost like wanting to be and feel needed by someone, which isn't fair to them, and it's almost as if you're not seeing the strength of their soul. You're not seeing, part of you aren't seeing their shadow, and part of you aren't seeing their light for truly who they are, seeing the strength in their character to get them out of it, or seeing the situation that they have been in as a lesson, as well intended as a gift. Helping people out of a situation when you haven't even really fully seen how they've gotten themselves there, you just want to help. So being in a space of clarity to, one, check yourself before you feel like you need to step in and be that savior for another person, and two, to really see someone clearly, not as someone that needs to be helped, not as someone that can make you feel as though you should, to give you a high because you're needed, and then it doesn't work out in the long run. But recognizing there are many perspectives to a story, really hear someone when they tell you their story, and sort of temper yourself. You need to come from a balanced place, separate from them, not getting lost in who they are, but being strong in who you are, and listening and being present in a very objective way, in a balanced way. I'm hearing not just taking things for face value. Kind of like what the description said. We know the story and we see what's happening, but there could be another part to the story. So if this is really a toxic situation, there could be some manipulation that you're not seeing. And if you're coming from a place of control, then that can be mirrored back to you as well. And this person that comes to you being a martyr It's really an act of manipulation because they know that you will help them. They know that you love to help people. You love to feel needed. So they're giving you your fix while you're enabling them and giving them their fix. And also be aware of where you're putting your energy into, because that is energy is a way in which we can fuel other people. So even paying attention to them when they're in their drama, if you will, for lack of a better way of describing that, is giving them something. Is giving them fuel to the fire. Okay. I think that is everything, group 3. Release your responsibility for other people. Save yourself. Save your own self and collect those blessings. Okay. That is your reading, group 3, about your addiction. Let me know what came up for you down below in the description. Well, no. Let me know what came up for you down below. Comment, like, share, and subscribe for more uplifting and empowering readings with me. And I will see y'all again soon. Love you.